One of the good things about running your own radio conference is that you can suddenly think, no, I don't want to talk about Twitter. We've got Claire and Jem here. They'll do an excellent job. I'll talk about something else. So, sorry, but the talk advertised in your programme is not here anymore, I'm afraid. It's a 404. So what shall I talk about instead? Well, I would like to talk about this. I'd like to talk about music. When I was a radio DJ, I knew exactly where Go West was in the Pulse's record collection because I was playing Go West and We'd Close Our Eyes every bloody night. So I'm going to talk about 5 things if you are a music radio station. Obviously, none of you are music radio stations, but many of you work there. And firstly, let me just talk about the best music just for a bit. I don't know what you think the best music is. I only know that this nice man has his own view of what the best music is, and it's different from this person's view of what the best music is. But no matter where I tune my radio dial, there's no end of radio stations who think that they play the best music. Just see if you can spot the difference here.
Today's best music. Today's best music. In Victor FM.
Now back to today's best music mix on the station that stops the music only twice an hour for commercials.
Today's best music mix, Mix 95.1 for the 4th stage. The best music and more of it. The new Hallam FM.
Today's best mix. Staffordshire and Cheshire. No more. Today's best music mix. Free radio.
The best music for West Yorkshire. The first.
This is what Best Music Mix means.
So now from one city I can enjoy more music variety, Birmingham's #1 hit music station, great music for a great city, proper music radio, and today's best music mix, none of which actually tells me anything that I might find useful. I think the radio is more than just music. The biggest name on the biggest hit music station in the country was a man who did not play any songs. The biggest name on the biggest hit music radio station in the country was a man who did not play any songs. If the only thing that we promote is today's best music, then really is that the only thing that we should be promoting as radio? We're okay though, because we do have curation, obviously. At Radcliffe and Macaulay, they spend hours finding great songs for me to hear, and I love the music that Radcliffe and Macaulay play, although I've never actually heard their show, because I use this website, which is brilliant. It's called Britify. I heartily recommend it. It goes and gets what Radcliffe and Macaulay play, loads it into a Spotify playlist for me, so I can get Radcliffe and Macaulay's musical curation without Radcliffe and Macaulay. And you know, it's not Spotify which is the real concern here, it's YouTube. YouTube is free and it's amazingly popular for music with young audiences, and it has a better choice of music than even Spotify does. And both of these have curation. Now, Ant's here somewhere. This is a list of his favourite songs from Spotify. The Bee Gees, You Win Again. Great. The Bee Gees, Night Fever. Great. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Oboe Concerto in C Major, 3rd movement. It's the best movement. Why do I need radio to curate stuff when I already see what my friend Ant is already curating for me? So I think radio has a great future, but only if we focus on the things that make radio unique, the things that Spotify doesn't have, the things that YouTube doesn't have. That's not today's best music, it's talent and it's shared experience. And it's the shared experience, the contact with the audience, which I think is most important. This is a radio station called Now Radio, which is in Edmonton, in Canada. Please do go and tune into it for a bit. It calls itself Edmonton's Social Network. You'll notice that there's lots of speech on the air as well as music. They're in touch with their audience. And if you tweet them, they'll tweet you back. If you text them, and as we'll see later, texting is still hugely important, then they'll reply as well. They sent over 1 million texts in their first year. A year, by the way, where they moved from a brand new, unheard of radio station on a new frequency to number one in their target demo in just 1 year because they didn't ignore their audience. To the UK, this isn't a new radio station, this is an old one. In 1993, when I was working there, for the young people in the room, this is what we used to call a letter. And we used to put it in an envelope. Now, yes, they might have played the best music for West Yorkshire, but everyone who wrote in with a request was replied to. This is a letter that says it was not possible to include your choice. However, we are planning to make January 1994 double the music month once again, as the idea was so popular. Maybe you'd like to try again. They moved from a number 7 to a number 1 after I left, I hesitate to point out. So audiences who take the time to connect with you could be your P1s, the people who listen longer to your radio station, and they could also be your marketing department, if only you'd let them, if only you'd make sure that you don't ignore them. So, promote your station on more than its music promise. Music curation isn't our unique selling point anymore. Talent and shared experience, I believe, is. Connecting with audiences is hugely, hugely important for our future. And please, think of something better than the best music mix, please. And finally, the future really is a bright future for radio if we get this stuff right. So, smile. Thank you very much. Thanks.
I can't believe that we've been here for about 2.5, 3 hours and we've talked about 12 or 13 completely distinct things. The format is great and I'm just really pleased with it. It hammers through loads of different things. You can barely keep up. It's a bit relentless, but in a good way.
It's been a great day. Lots of good people to talk to, lots of good people to listen to, and lots of good things.